Hey, what's up, Bitcoin Chaser fans, and welcome back to another Bitcoin Chaser live at 5, as we do every single Wednesday at 5 p.m. GMT. Today, we are going to be going over the top 10 cryptocurrency market cap. We're also going to be taking a look at some of the excitement that's happening right now around stablecoins and all the conspiracy theories and all of the pumps and all of the dumps, So we're also going to be talking about Gemini Trust, which launched a currency pegged to the US dollar. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin and the stablecoin fallacy. We're also going to be looking at stablecoin cryptocurrencies as a medium of exchange, how to buy Bitcoin with an exchange called CoinCola, where to buy Bitcoin using the Bitcoin Chaser website, where to find upcoming, ongoing, and completed ICOs using the Bitcoin Chaser ICO Hub, and where to find Bitcoin and crypto casinos using the Bitcoin Chaser casino section. So right now, the first thing I want to point out is something really interesting. If you have a look here at number 8, Tether, you will see that the price looked relatively stable until all of a sudden it took a knock. And the interesting part here is as Tether took this knock, all of the other currencies kind of rose. Some of them more than others, but the general trend here is that they went up as Tether went down. And now that's a very interesting part that we'll get into a little bit later once we continue. So a quick price update. Bitcoin currently at $6,534, down 1.12% in the last 24 hours, but up in the last 7 days. Ethereum also down 1.69% at $206, but up in the last week if you exclude the beginning half of the week. Right then, Bitcoin XRP at $0.46, up 2.18% in the last 24 hours, and a general uptrend over the last 7 days. Bitcoin Cash is at $448, down 2.53% in the last 24 hours, and overall down in the last 7 days. And then finally, EOS at $5, down almost 1% in the last 24 hours, and relatively a stable price over the last 7 days. Now, if you guys want, you're welcome to leave a comment in the comment section just on the right there, even if you just want to say hello. Love to start a conversation. First piece of news. So we all are familiar now with the Bitcoin Chaser website, and you do know that anything we talk about on this video is linked down below in the description. You can follow along with me or watch at a later time. Now, the first thing, remember we spoke about this a few weeks ago. Gemini Trust launched a cryptocurrency pegged to the US dollar. Now, the interesting thing is Gemini will launch a cryptocurrency pegged to the US dollar, led by the famous Winklevoss twins. Some of you will know them from the development of Facebook. The new altcoin by Gemini Trust is named Gemini Dollar, and this new cryptocurrency that the Winklevoss twins will launch has two key features: the stability of fiat currency and the speed and borderless nature of cryptocurrency. But what is the difference between the Gemini Dollar and Tether? The Gemini Dollar looks a lot like Tether, the most widely traded cryptocurrency that is pegged to the US dollar that is designed to work as a stablecoin. According to Gemini, theirs will be the first regulated stablecoin launched as an ERC20 token on the Ethereum blockchain, allowing users to trade USD on the Ethereum network. Tether is not regulated and refuses requests to disclose its banking details. Now, there will be a very interesting segment coming in from Son of a Chain this week about Tether. Be sure to stay tuned to that. We'll take a look at that after this article. So the process leading to the creation of the Gemini Dollar. So this is something that the Winklevoss twins commented. They said it is supposed to eliminate the major flaws of cryptocurrency, namely high volatility and lack of trust. Nevertheless, it depends on demand and now on competition, which can make it more volatile than intended. After having their Bitcoin ETF rejected, the Winklevoss twins were looking for the next step. Tyler Winklevoss told CNBC, "It is really a matter of bringing your US dollars onto the blockchain and making them borderless 24/7. He also pointed out that we don't think anyone's solving the trust problem right now. Audits have been lacking in the market up until this point. So what happens when inflation comes along? At this point, it is important to note that the white paper for the Gemini dollar doesn't speak about inflation at all. The creation of Gemini dollars is governed by withdrawals from a Gemini account after the purchaser purchases them. If the user decides to redeem them for the USD amount, those Gemini dollars that are redeemed will be destroyed once the account is credited with USD. So that's basically how they're trying to say they maintaining the stability of the currency, but they do not mention at all in their white paper anything about inflation. So it'll be interesting to see what comes from there. Next, we're taking a look at Bitcoin and the stablecoin fallacy. But before we get into this, I want to just open your guys' mind to this segment by Son of a Chain, which is incredibly interesting, as they usually are. So let's take a look at that. See you guys in there.
The perils of holding coins on exchanges and playing the markets, but I've never spoken about the advantages that these exchanges bring to cryptocurrency markets as a whole. In some cases, activity on exchanges expose the distortion that assumptions and the stated goals of some assets create. This week, it was Tether's turn to be stripped naked by the market. Tether is supposed to be pegged to the US dollar, which means that the price of a single coin should always be equal to $1, or at the least, very close. High fluctuations or sudden price changes on Tether defeat its stated purpose, which is to have a stable price, hence operate as a stable coin. On Monday, October 15th, 2018, the market broke Tether's stability. Prices of this asset went down as far as 88 cents of a dollar per coin in a matter of hours. This proves my theory about stable coins. I have expressed skepticism about the price stability of Tether or any other coin before in private. The reasons why I think a stable coin will not work as advertised are the following. The $1 price backing that Tether offers in this case is questionable. The backing might not be there at all, and there is no way of knowing. In any case, Tether is not redeemable for US dollar, so real backing is irrelevant. Even if the stable coin is backed by US dollars, the markets will determine its price. On Monday, the demand for Tether in the market declined steeply and quickly, causing a decrease in prices and opportunities for arbitrage due to price discrepancies on different exchanges. If any project breaks Tether's monopoly on the stablecoin claim, then competition for the same kind of service should bring the price down, bringing the promise for price stability down with it. Anyone looking for price stability can buy actual US dollars. Why buy a coin on a blockchain that claims to be backed by USD when you can just hold USD directly? It makes no sense, unless you believe that the masses believe that each coin is worth $1 at any given time. That is a risky assumption. So there you have it. Tether is the stable coin that was until it wasn't. Thanks to the exchanges and how the physiological effect of the stablecoin concept broke down in the market, everyone saw that the emperor has no clothes. Now let's see if Tether can re-establish its price stability and its reputation.
Right, so that was Son of a Chain, and a few interesting things that he spoke about that I found really fascinating was the $1 per coin backing that Tether offers in this case is questionable. The backing might not be there at all, and there is no way of knowing. Tether is not redeemable for US dollars, so real backing is irrelevant. So it could be backed, but we don't know. We can't see the audits. We can't see any kind of information that would allow us to verify that this information is correct. More so, he also spoke about it makes no sense unless you believe that the masses believe that each coin is worth $1 at any given time. And come on, that's a risky assumption, right? That's a risky assumption. So before we go into this, let's take I saw something really interesting here that I wanted to share with you guys. It's basically it's a press release on Bitcoin Chaser by Augment, and its title is Stable Cryptocurrencies as a Medium of Exchange. Now, the biggest barrier to widespread use of cryptocurrencies in everyday transactions is their high price volatility. We've learned this the hard way. An increasing number of dApps rely on Ether and the Ethereum network, where a bigger price volatility could easily cause complications in the system. Beyond multiple attempts to create a stable currency, several projects on the horizon which are aiming to decentralize money creation and even starting to apply credit money attributes in their schemes, there are obviously still a few issues. However, There are three main models which can be a potential design for stable cryptocurrency. The first is Fiat Collateralized, then it is crypto collateralized and non-collateralized. So what is Fiat Collateralized? In this simple scheme, the organization just deposits fiat into a bank account and issues the fiat peg coin or token on a 1-to-1 ratio. When the holder would like to convert the stablecoin back into fiat, then the issuer destroys the stablecoin and transfers the fiat back to the owner. Tether is one of the widely known fiat-backed stablecoins, but as a whole, it's not really considered a cryptocurrency, rather a company for several reasons. There are owners of this organization, it is a registered company, and the owners of Tether have complete control over the money supply, and they could hijack the project if it's in their favor. Now we're going to talk about crypto collateralized. This model has no fiat related parts. All the possible collaterals on the blockchain, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies, are locked into a smart contract, so there is no third party involved. The structure is more decentralized. If the system is designed well, it can be completely decentralized, making crypto collateralized stablecoins more appealing to people than fiat collateralized cryptocurrencies. So basically, a fiat collateralized scheme has a fiat backed it's basically backed by the destruction of the USD stablecoin once the owner of that stablecoin redeems the amount. Whereas crypto collateralized has no fiat related parts and all possible collaterals are on the blockchain. However, the drawback of this model is the high volatility of the collateral. The system requires a sustainably higher amount of collateral in order to make the lending transaction bulletproof. High collateral ratio is clearly an issue in the system. However, as the cryptocurrency ecosystem is getting more mature, several solutions appear on the horizon. There is already great progress on this field, and predictions indicate that 10% of the global GDP will be stored on blockchain by 2025 as a tokenized asset. Now finally, non-collateralized. As its name says, this approach is not actually backed by anything other than the confident belief that it will keep the promised value. Take a non-collateral stablecoin, which is pegged to $1. Given fixed supply, an increase in demand will cause the price to increase. Due to the algorithmic setup, the system would issue more stablecoins and sell it to the market, resulting in a price drop to the targeted $1. When the demand is decreasing, price also drops below the targeted $1. In most cases, the system is not able to buy back a sufficient amount of coins. Therefore, in order to reduce the circulating supply, the system issues shares and or bonds with a pair of $1 that is sold with a discount in order to make it more appealing for users. In this case, bondholders are reducing stablecoins from the market, reducing supply and raising the price. As the price rises above the targeted value, the system will favor the bondholders and the shareholders first and pay them out. When the non-collateral stablecoin system is observed closely, it shows some similarities to a pyramid scheme. Now, there is a lot more information about this for you guys to take out of here. It is a long article, so I do advise you to go check out the link in the description and read this at your own time. There's some very interesting stuff there. Right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin and the stablecoin fallacy. So commerce benefits from economic stability. If consumers have a degree of certainty about what will happen tomorrow, in a few months' time, or even a couple of years down the road, their consumption will enter a stable, discernible pattern, at least in theory. As long as enough people agree that it is existing, consumption will normalize. Exchange rates and inflation are key factors in this normalization. Predictable inflation rates that are low enough along with stable exchange rates bode well for consumption. So let's take a look at a stable coin called Bitcoin. That is before its prices started moving within the $6,100 to $7,000 range. At this point in time, it seems that Bitcoin's daily fluctuations would encourage more consumption and therefore the need for a stable coin such as Tether into question. The data about Bitcoin usage as a currency is scant, so it is difficult to see if consumption increased due to recent price stability. Nevertheless, the whole stablecoin argument for consumption purposes seems to be moot in any case. According to the site where-to-spend-cryptos.com, only one merchant accepts payments denominated in Tether, which is very interesting, right? Only one person or one merchant actually accepts payments denominated in Tether. Now, why would you hold Tether? Well, as a stable coin on an exchange to kind of hedge your funds while the market is loopy. But what's the point if you can't trust that the stable coin is going to be stable? So it is important to understand that this might be due to Tether's reputation or lack thereof. But still, it shows that merchants don't seem to be interested in stable coins. Another very interesting thing that was pointed out by Ivan on Tech, actually, if you watch his live stream, was he spoke about the fact that, so you have this stable coin around, right? And it's working because people believe in some way that it is supposed to be pegged at $1. Now, there was fake news about Binance that came out, and this is very interesting. So there was a fake article about Binance saying that they're delisting Tether because it's a big scam. Now, anyone who's been in crypto for a long period of time will be able to identify that article as strange at the very least. Now, it was fake, but it did cause a lot of concern amongst the community, which caused them all to take their remaining Tether balance because of FOMO, and they moved it back into the markets, back into alternative currencies, back into altcoins, and back into Bitcoin. That's why we saw the price flip as it did. So, therefore, inflationary fiat currency will continue to play a central role in commerce. As long as financial systems don't collapse, it makes more sense for Bitcoin holders to spend their inflationary money first, and it makes no sense whatsoever for merchants to adopt a virtual currency like Tether that is backed by the US dollar when they can just accept fiat payments directly. So there is no stable coin for old Bitcoiners. This doesn't mean that Bitcoin economic activity is non-existent. There are a wide variety of services and goods that people buy and sell using Bitcoin every day. Right? A lot of the equipment that I use in my office was actually purchased in Bitcoin. So people are spending Bitcoin in a whole bunch of different market sectors. It is a currency, maybe not as big as some of the fiat dominated currencies, but there is still a demand. So to create a stable coin, inflationary currency backing is necessary. Tether claims to use a USD reserve. Fiat-backed stable coins are stable just if people use them as such. Otherwise, market trading can bring unexpected volatility at any point, like we've recently seen. And stablecoins are also stable if they do not face competition. Once there are a few stablecoins out there competing for demand, volatility will increase, and so will the risk of holding them. And that's why I wanted to speak about Gemini dollar coming in, because although the problem is directly being seen at the moment, there are people trying to solve this almost unsolvable stablecoin problem. The more people that attempt it, the harder it is to achieve. Now that makes you want to think about it for a little bit, right? It seems that only traders rely on stable coins such as Tether to weather sudden drops in Bitcoin or altcoin prices, which makes the need for such an instrument questionable to the extent that commerce is concerned. Right, and that is the end of our stablecoin rant. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section right over there. I will be happy to answer your questions, or if you have any interesting point of opinions to share with us, please do so. And remember to smash that like button while you're at it. Now we're going to talk about how to buy Bitcoin with CoinCola. They have a different way of buying Bitcoin, so I thought it'd be really exciting to run you guys through how you would be able to do that using something like CoinCola. So as well as being a cryptocurrency trading platform where digital assets can be traded against each other, CoinCola is host to another marketplace that allows for the direct purchase of Bitcoin and other altcoins from other users using fiat currencies, making it a versatile platform with low fees. Now you're probably going to ask me, well, what's the difference between that and something like local Bitcoins? Well, let's find out. Alright, first things first, they do have a promotional offer available. As part of CoinCola's international launch, all users outside of China can enjoy a discounted 0.5% transaction fee opposed to 0.7% until October 31st, 2018. Furthermore, CoinCola's partnership with Dash means that there is a 0% transaction fee when posting and completing advertised trades with Dash on the OTC marketplace. This offer also ends on October 31st, and there is also a 50% referral commission if you tell your friend about CoinCola and they make a deposit. So how would you buy Bitcoin using CoinCola? Well, you would log in and sign up. Then you would click the OTC tab in the navigation bar, select BTC from the menu, and it will open up a list of advertisements with CoinCola traders offering to sell their BTC for fiat. So you're basically connecting with people offering to sell for fiat. You would pick a trader with a high reputation score and a good history of trades in the past. Then you would click buy BTC and open up more information regarding the sale. When you have found a trader that you are happy to trade with, type in the amount of Bitcoin you'd like to purchase and the amount of fiat you would like to spend, and click buy now to initiate the trade. A pop-up window will appear. After clicking buy now, confirm the trade information, click confirm to start the trade. Now this is where it gets interesting. As soon as a trade begins, you can transfer your fiat to the seller's account through one of CoinCola's listed payment methods. Sounding more similar to local Bitcoins, but you're not using PayPal, more so a merchant payment portal almost. Once the payment has been made, click mark as paid and wait for the seller to release the Bitcoin from the escrow. So the Bitcoins of the sellers are actually stored within the platform, obviously maintaining user trust, I assume, and the seller will then confirm that they have received your payment and release the Bitcoins to you. Once this has been done, you will receive a notification in the chat box confirming that the trade has been completed. Now, let me ask you guys a question if you're willing to answer. Do you prefer a method like this where you're purchasing Bitcoins from another user using like a third party to like intermediate that kind of sale? Or do you prefer to use something like a credit card purchase on an exchange like cex.io? Let me know. Right, next place we're going to be taking a look at where to buy Bitcoin with Bitcoin Chaser. So we weren't just going to tell you about one place you can buy. There's a whole bunch of places, and Bitcoin Chaser takes it into more detail. So currently you can buy from Coinbase, Spectre Coin, CoinMama, Changelly, Local Bitcoins, and there's some honorable mentions as well. Now the interesting thing is there's a little bit of information about each of them, so you can go and read up about it, and maybe if you're looking to purchase some Bitcoins, look for one that you might be interested in and then make your own decision whether you want to use it. Next, what is an ICO? We're on the Bitcoin Chaser ICO hub actually, and this is a great place to find upcoming ICOs, ongoing ICOs, ICO airdrops. Those of you who are veteran bounty hunters, this is the place for you, and completed ICOs. So basically by clicking this, all of the different categories are the same. Upcoming ICOs allows you to see all the upcoming ICOs from soonest to latest. And then ongoing ICOs shows you all the ongoing ICOs, and completed ICOs shows you all the completed ICOs. A great place to go if you've used this this particular section of Bitcoin Chaser for a while. It's really easy for you to just jump straight back here and check out if the ICO you contributed to is complete, if you contributed to multiple. Right, and then finally, the best Bitcoin casino of 2018 and crypto casinos. This is the main casino section of Bitcoin Chaser. And this, if you're a if you're a gambler, or you enjoy playing slots and dice and all sorts of fun games like that, using cryptocurrency as your main payment method, then this is the place you can come for do that. Remember, gambling has to be done responsibly. You are in control of your own funds. Don't be silly about it. You can go check it out. A lot of them actually offer the ability to play for free, so it's a great way to try it out. And that, my friends, is the end of the Bitcoin Chaser Live at 5. I want to say thank you to all of you for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. You've got 2 days left till Friday, so hang in there. We'll be there soon. And finally, remember, hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Hit that dislike button if you didn't, but please do provide some input on why maybe you disliked it so we can improve. And then finally, add us to a playlist if you want to watch later. Also, all our videos are available in the Bitcoin Chaser YouTube channel, and we may have a video section coming live soon for Bitcoin Chaser. Thank you guys. I'll see you next week, 5 p.m. GMT, Wednesdays. Bye guys.